hang out and have hung out with comedians our entire life. We can take any phrase and make and have fun with it, right?
That's right. That's right.
Oh, I'm going to grab my piece of paper because here we go. Are you ready for this? Drum roll. Do you know what the high sale was in Sarasota County in the last 7 days? Actually, last 7 days from yesterday, including the end of the year sales and New Year's. Do you have any idea what the high sale was last
Well, I know the luxury market is up all over the United States, so I'm going to take a wild guess. 18 million.
There you go, almost, right?
Okay.
This is on Washington Boulevard on St. Armands Square, 11 million.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Only 11
million.
Okay, and I know on the live video you're going to want to see Dave a little bit here too, right? So the cool thing about this, one of my favorite personable agents of all time, I don't want to make it sound like she's old as Moses, but she's been here a long time. Judy Hayes put this deal together, and I was able to get on the phone with her. Like I call all the realtors who I'm going to talk about. She always answers the phone. Judy, thank you for that terrific sale this week for $11 million. The sale price per square foot was $1,374 a square foot.
That's unbelievable. And she is an amazing person. She's been doing this a long time and very professional. She never gets bored or complacent. She's always cutting edge. So it's amazing that you're able to talk to her like that. I think the world of her too.
I do too. And that is, no matter how many things that she has going on, she said to me, Sandra, I know you. Yes, we used to be with the same label, and I'm not there anymore. And she is so gracious. She has it a part of her. She said, well, I'm sorry that we lost you, and congratulations. She was happy for me still being in the business and doing well. And I'm happy that you and I being here long term, we know all these wonderful, great people who are behind making these transactions happen. And that home was only on the market like 100 days. The transaction went very quickly, and somebody like Judy can make that happen. Now, the low price in Sarasota County, this was only $75,000. But what I want to kind of get to is my favorite part about this low price, and that is the marketing remarks say, no HOA, no CDD, home is ready, needs TLC. House is block, wood frame, and part pole trailer.
You covered all your bases there.
Right? If you're bohemian, if you're boondockish, right? We talked about that, right? I grew up in a part of Iowa where I thought we were the only ones who knew of block, wood frame, and if you have to get away in the middle of the night, trailer deals. Right? And that's right there in the marketing remarks. Had I seen that, I would have gone down there. Now, because it's already a sold listing, I'm not going to go down and creep around those people's house. And my husband and I were formulating, did this start out as a trailer? I think because it's block, real property on 1/4 acre, it was a cute little block home, and somebody added on to it like a little frame lanai. And then you know how you see in all the little, like Dukes of Hazzard, we're remodeling the trailer, right? Yeah. They thought, what an easy way to remodel. Let's just hook up the RV or whatever and just take out a wall and make a doorway there, right? Anyway, just what we see in Florida is fun, inviting, and for everyone. We are not leaving out anyone, are we? I mean, if you're in the middle of Tennessee and you're used to living in a place with where you're used to camping, like my sister and brother-in-law, they sold their business. Half of the year, they live in their RV somewhere in the world. I never know where they are in the United States. They used to be on a ship half of the time. So that, it's a lifestyle that covers all the bases. And the last week, we had 335 sales in Sarasota County, 220 which were single-family homes. In Manatee County, we had 295 sales, of which 217 were single-family homes. And like you and I both like to tell people, Do not go to new construction without us, because that would be like going to court without an attorney. Number one, the builders can't list all their property because the lot dimensions are not matched up with the square foot plan. And then it has to meet with what you can afford. Now, our affordability index is very advantageous. I'll let you talk a little bit about that right now from the mortgage standpoint.
Yeah, so Happy New Year, everyone. And mortgage rates in 2021 are off to a slow start. And what that means is the absence of movement, we're still seeing 2.75%, on a 30-year fixed mortgage for a purchase, a refinance, and then 2.5% for a purchase for 30-year money. Those are historic low numbers. A lot of it's been waiting for this today. There's a big election today in Georgia, and we're not sure which way Congress is going to tip. So the rates remain kind of unchanged, waiting to see what happens with that. So long-term outlook, we are still in, like you said, super affordability. You always talk about, the prices going up. I saw nationwide in November, CoreLogic came out with something. Prices are up 8.2% nationwide. And I think you get into the real numbers here, it's a little bit less, which shows you the affordability, the culture, and the lifestyle. More miles of fairway than coastline, but we have lots of coastline as well. So what a great place to come, Sarasota, Bradenton, or the west coast of Florida, to plug in as a new home, a second home, or even an investment property, and take advantage of these low rates.
Oh, thank you for that. And by the way, I have a plug-in on the east side of my house and the west side of the house, both 50 amps. So when my mom comes to visit in her RV, she's part of the Winnicorns, the Winnebago Club of Iowa, the Winnicorns. When the Winnicorns come to this part of Florida, my mom can throw a line and plug in to the east side of my house. And when my brother-in-law and sister come with their, I think they're driving, I don't think it's a Prevost coach yet, one of those things. But it's one of those where you got to have a 50 amp. I got a 50 amp plug-in on the other side of my house.
Nice.
So, right, the whole world is on the road, and they love this area because we have space, lots of space. And the trees here allow for, it cuts the wind shear. We don't have hurricanes. We do have tropical storms, but the trees make it so nice and refreshing. There's always a breeze. And back to Sarasota and Manatee County, the jobs, the amenities, all the generations. And this home that was a high sale price on Holmes Beach last week is right on the beach. It only sold for $6,600,000.
Wow.
$6 million, only $6 million.
Only.
But the nice thing is, you and I both know, when it's right on the beach like that, now that piece of land is going to be very valuable. And Holmes Beach, that's walking distance to the beach side and the Gulf side. That home sold for $1,349 a square foot.
Wow.
So it's exactly what you just said. The whole world is looking at this area. And if you have any place that you want to live and telecommute from, this is the place to be, isn't it?
It really is, and that's great, because telecommuting, we're getting a lot of inquiries for mortgages from people that are moving to Sarasota, Bradenton, even people in the restaurant industry. So I was talking to one of the local managers at one of the restaurants, and a lot of people are taking up bartender jobs, management jobs from New York, because they don't have the jobs there. They're not open, but we are, thank God. So our economy is still moving along here in Florida. People are still working. And that's a big deal. So many people were less fortunate, and they have not been able to take advantage of these low interest rates. But in Florida, everybody's still working. So the majority of people have jobs, and they're able to get a mortgage. But telecommuting, like you mentioned, is the new, I think, the new trend 2021, because you don't have to work in New York any longer. You can still work for the company there. You can still work for the company in Boston, but you can take up residency right here in Sarasota or Bradenton and work right from the patio. It's pretty nice.
Yes, and you and I both have a big online presence so that people can get used to knowing us, liking us, and trusting us. And it's easy to get a hold of you. What are the best 3 ways for them to get a hold of you and start talking about their move right now?
Yeah, the best way is my mobile phone, 941-724-7653. You could also Google me, David V. McLaughlin. I'll pop right up. I'm on Zillow. I'm on, Realtor, not Realtor.com, but I have my own website. So anything I can do to help, make your transition easy. And Sandra, you're always out looking at property. It's amazing to me. You are everywhere. Every time I look, you know everything. And I say that because most real estate people are order takers. What I mean is they don't hustle, they don't listen, they don't ask the right questions. When you talk to your customers, you zero in on what they want, you take them to the right builder. You are the concierge, you're the doctor. You're the high-end thing that makes all this work. So you need to, people are listening, call Sandra. She'll get you the perfect house or a condo.
Well, thank you for saying that. And it does take a village. When I got here from Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati, I learned from the best. Shout out again to Judy Kippett-Hayes, Jim Soda, a group of professionals that have been here for a long time.
Yep.
and have taken the time during transactions with me or even showings to teach me, so that now that I have a chance to reiterate and broadcast, that dialogue, that persona is really authentically me. I'm not anything like any of these other folks, but we take what we've done, and we've been through 20 years of market changes, BP oil spill, so have you, and we're better than that Allstate commercial. We've seen a few things, so we're the real live deal. We're not a company, although we behave like a company and have a lot of people helping us. That's why you and I are doing these videos, to help realtors, professionals who want to know what's really going on, and they see a huge smile on our face because we're having fun. In finalizing what we're talking about today, what are the fun facts that you want people knowing going through the week? Because we're going to get a lot of calls based on what's happening in our country. What do I do? What are you telling everyone this week?
Well, I'm telling everybody, when you look at, prices up 8.2%, especially our first-time home buyers, there's never been a better time to buy, because we're giving you a fixed interest rate where you can plan. If you're renting right now, and you know what I'm talking about, the rent, you probably just got something in the mail, the rent's going up yet again. Every year, they just keep raising the rent. And in Sarasota, Bradenton, even for some of these one-bedroom, one-bath apartments, they're nice, they have amenities, but you're paying $1,600, $1,700. Sandra can find you a nice $325,000 home with a backyard, maybe a swimming pool, but some room to spread out, and the payment's going to be less than what you're paying in rent. So my thoughts are, talk to Sandra, talk to me, let us take the fear away, let us answer the questions, and you can get into a good home.
Hold on, Dave.
A live show with me. I have my producer, Golf Pro, Jim, and our
Okay.
We got multiple shows going on at the same time. I love it. We can do it all.
Thank
But
you.
anyways,
Well,
there's never been a better time to buy. These rates, you need to take advantage. Like you said, there's so many beautiful new home communities. You know them all. There's a place for everyone. Whether it's 80,000, we talk about it, or 11 million, and everything in between, we can help.
Excellent. I appreciate you, Dave. Happy New Year. I know you got to go. And congratulations on having another great year. And here's to 2021 being the best ever. Have a great day,
Best
Dave.
ever. Thanks, Sandra. See
ya.
ya. Bye.